Can you be too enthusiastic during an interview? I'm learning to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? This week I had an interview for a freelance assignment, and I got a little overexcited during the interview. And afterwards I thought to myself, you know, maybe I got too enthusiastic for the assignment. Maybe. Let me tell you what happened. You can tell me what you think. It was for a tourism guide app of different places around the country. And I was talking to the woman, and she mentioned that her most popular tour right now is Gettysburg. And I'm a big Civil War battlefield buff. My family can tell you that. And she said, oh, well, you know, we're thinking about doing other guides for other Civil War sites, but we're not really sure which ones might be good. And I said, oh, what about Antietam? Antietam's great. You really got to go to Antietam because it's kind of compact, but it was one of the bloodiest days in American history. And oh my gosh, you know, I think everybody should go to Antietam. That's a really important one. And she said, oh, okay, I think that's on our list. And what about Manassas? Well, you know, actually in the north, it's called the Battle of Bull Run. But, you know, in the south, it was called Manassas. And because the battlefields in Virginia, which is, of course, part of the south, they call the battlefield Manassas. It's the Manassas State Park rather than the Battle of Bull Run State Park because it's in the south. And, you know, and you know what, you could also do Petersburg and Richmond, but that's a driving tour, you see. And that would be really good because you have to get up at all these stops. And she started, she was really laughing by this point. And she's like, oh, I can sort of tell you really know what you're talking about here. I said, oh yeah, no. And she said, well, we're also thinking about doing Washington, D.C. And I said, oh, let me tell you about Washington, D.C. I go down there every February for my birthday. Yes, that's right. I spend every birthday weekend. I go to Washington, D.C. and go around the different monuments and everything. So trust me, I can tell you all about D.C. I can tell you all about... But by this point, she was laughing hysterically at me. And I could tell over the phone that she was really having a good time, thinking I was crazy. And afterwards, I thought to myself, did I just like go way too overboard during the interview? Have you ever felt like that when you've gotten done with an interview? If so, hit the like button and put it down in the comments. But you know what? The next day she messaged me and she said she CC'd the guy who's in charge of assigning tours. And she said, make sure you give this guy a tour starting next week. We want him to get on board right away. And so I got the assignment. And afterwards I thought, looking back, it was fine for me to show enthusiasm for the topic, but I didn't do it in a obsequious manner, and I wasn't flattering her, the interviewer. I wasn't saying, oh, I really want to work for your company because your company's great. No, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't trying to show false enthusiasm. I was showing enthusiasm for the actual topic. And she could tell that. She could tell I was knowledgeable about it, and she could tell that I was very interested in it. And I think that's important. I don't think you can be too enthusiastic when you're doing an interview and you're talking about the topic itself. I think that's good to show. Not so much if you're just trying to be flattering about the company or the person that you're talking to. That's probably not the type of enthusiasm that helps you. But enthusiasm for the topic, yes. Yes, you should show that. That's my thought, at least, you know. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you about this week. I'm doing some last minute shopping, as you can tell. I'm a typical guy. It's only a couple days until Christmas. Anyway, happy holidays. Talk to you next week.